Well, good evening. This is Steve Clark coming to you on the 22nd of November. And what do we have in the news this week? Well, I like this little joke here. I don't know if you can see that. This is a statue of Bill Clinton. And I'll just read you the caption. It says, the entertainment industry, the news biz, one wonders what other harassment allegations may ultimately come home to roost. And there are all the chickens landing on Bill Clinton's shoulder. One wonders when those chickens are going to come home to roost. So, I don't know if you remember the story that I did in my last video about Lindsay Shepherd and Wilfrid Laurier University objecting in a very, 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 very dark way to this young lady's playing of a video clip of Jordan Peterson from the public show TVO with Steve Paikin, and she was dragged over the coals for creating a toxic environment, and she recorded that conversation. I've just listened to the full 40 minutes, and here's Margaret Wente, her editorial piece about it, and of course today Laurier backtracks. But this is not after they had made an announcement earlier this week that they were going to have to go to a third party to get them to judge on the situation. These people are so unable to self-reflect, or are so disconnected from the real world, they just don't understand what they did. And it's kind of interesting that they're apologizing now only under pressure. And I find it fascinating. I don't know if you find this fascinating, but all of these people that are doing all of these things, whether it be sexual abuse or whatever it is, they only apologize after they've been caught. Prior to them being caught, there is no confession, there is no apology, nothing. It's completely absent. Anyway, this Lindsay Shepherd says, the moral of the story: a university must be repeatedly, publicly shamed internationally in order to apologize, Mrs. Shepherd said in a tweet. Also, make sure to secretly record all meetings or they won't take you seriously. Mrs. Shepherd has said she originally played the clip in a communications class to highlight the complexities of grammar. So, here you go. If you're called into a university tribunal, record the meeting. But it's fascinating that she said that these people have to be pressured into apologizing. And this is going across all over North America now. These political correctness movements are actually shutting down free speech, unless it's their kind of free speech. So this is kind of concerning, and kudos to Leslie Shepherd for speaking up about that. Now, here's a little story. This is the Phoenix fix, likely to cost $540 million. Now, the Phoenix is a computer that the government, or computer program that the government purchased to handle all of their payroll deductions, and so on and so forth. Well, this piece of equipment cost $300 million, and it has never worked since the get-go. There have been people receiving more pay than they should get, less pay than they should get, no pay at all, and this has been going on for 3 years. 3 years there are people who've been fighting to get a simple paycheck from their employer, the federal government. But now, to say that it's going to cost $540 million to fix the problem, and they're not even certain that the fix is going to work. So you imagine if I were to tell you that I'm selling you my house here for $300 million, or let's say $300,000, but I don't tell you that you are going to have to put in $540,000 in repairs. Well, there's something wrong with that, and I don't think you would have bought the house if you'd known that. So there you go. And here we have more Liberal government nonsense in the paper Okay, Clean Power, Dirty Deal. This is Kathleen Wynne. And basically what this is the province lost up to $2 billion selling its surplus. So we sold our surplus hydro at a $2 billion discount, whilst gouging all of the poor, hard-working customers of hydro. And here we go. Hydro comes a-begging. They want more money. They've applied for an increase, a sure sign that rates are going to go up, Energy Critic warns. We all know that rates are going to skyrocket after the next election once the Liberals' unfair hydro plan ends. I really don't know when this whole hydro fiasco is going to end. We have sold, I believe, 2/3 of this public asset into the private sector. We have no idea what that is going to do. The Liberal government did that without a referendum amongst the shareholders, which are Ontario citizens, into that deal. And certainly plenty of newspaper reports, radio reports, YouTube videos, that kind of stuff was saying, don't sell our public asset. Okay, this is actually what prevented Mike Harris, a former premier, from selling off Hydro One, because there was such a public revolt. Even the hydro unions were against it. So this is costing us an absolute fortune. The price is going up. We're driving industry out of Ontario because the cost of energy is just absolutely incredible. You have no idea. Hydro bills, even with a discount, people are having trouble, especially now we're going into winter time when electrical bills tend to go up. Yep, now they have ruled that hydro cannot turn off the hydro during winter, but they're still racking up a really steep bill. So for my final story tonight, I told you that you were going to see all kinds of crazy stuff about Bitcoin and Bitcoin coming into the mainstream, and here it is. Digital coins on the verge of going mainstream. And this is a story of the future of the currency. And when I open up the paper centerfold, and you're not going to be able to see all of this, but here it is, crypto bubble. And they went out and interviewed 5 people, all with varying positions, although there is only one of them thinks it's in a bubble. All the rest think that Bitcoin has got steam to keep on going, and because of its ability to act like a currency, especially with one chap here, Raja Lala, and he is, his family's down in Venezuela. Okay, and you see they're using Bitcoin now because their financial system has completely collapsed. And this is what happens. This is what is bringing Bitcoin into common usage. Same in Greece. Their financial system has all but collapsed, and as far as I know, they can still only get 60 euros per person per day out of the bank. And if you have a business, this is absolutely deadly. So Bitcoin is absolutely breaking forth into the mainstream media. Okay, well, I've actually got lots of news stories here. There is so much going on in the news. I think I'm going to have to make a second video, but I think that's going to have to wait for tomorrow afternoon. So you all take care, have a great evening, a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh yeah, and please, if you like and enjoy this video, please click the like button and subscribe and click on that little bell so you get all the updates, and we'll be talking to you real soon. Take care now. Bye bye.